Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be on Acrobat Eddie, Latino Heat. As usual, I don't get to keep him. I don't have a 5-star Eddie. Mine is actually 4-star gold. So when this preview's done, I'll get mine back, and this one will go away, which will be sad. So let's take a look at Eddie here. Links in gear. He has the Mexican link. Take 40% less damage from red moves. WCW, any color moves start with one more move point, and Attitude Era gems do 10% more damage. Just the one set of gear. This is a card that definitely it would be cool if he got a gear, and it kind of elevated elevated him a little more. His trainer is blue submission moves, last 3 more moves at 5k. So very useful trainer for anyone with a blue sub, guys like Surfer Sting, and that kind of thing. He is a very, very control-based character, and we'll kind of get into that. Gonna run 4 different move sets with him. They're all gonna be fairly similar. The first one is available actually at 3-star, and his 4-star move set isn't really one that flows very well. It would use the frog splash for color turn gem damage, and the belly to belly suplex and the eye rake. The big problem being there's not really much of a way to generate blue MP, so it just doesn't flow really well. You could probably get away using the 5-star move, the Tilt-A-Whirl backbreaker, trying to match blues and greens with that, choose the 2 columns to swap, but it's going to be pretty hard to load, and you're only making 6 random gems into color turns, so the damage just isn't there. So that moveset at this time isn't viable. Maybe when they add more moves it'll get better, but for now it's not worth talking about. So the first moveset we're going to run is available at 3-star. This is how I run them at 3 and 4-star. The trainers are going to be very interchangeable, so you'll see the build sets that I'm running later, and you could use those trainers instead for this moveset. We got the monkey flip, which is deal 34k and reshuffle the gem board. We got the low blow, steal up to 36k health, very low MP move, only 6 charge. And the gory special submission, place 7 sub gems and do 12k for 5 turns. They turn into color turn gems. So I want to talk about the low charge on all these moves. Eddie was my first real turn 1 farmer, and he was amazing for that. So Eddie, he can heal, so he can be a great farmer. He's very control, he doesn't take a lot of damage. A guy like him would really benefit from like a double armor on a strap, because he's healing, he's subbing, he's not taking a lot of damage, he's not doing a lot of gem damage, so double armor would really be the way I would strap him. Don't have a strap on him for this preview. For this moveset we're going to run Zombie Brock, 9k. His purple subs do 20% more damage, and they last 3 more turns. We're going to use woods to get to the purple's first turn. And again, normally I like running Eddie without an MP trainer, 1 match and you're running. Or if you're farming and don't want to take damage, you can put woods on. So I just decided to show the woods style with the first one. All the other builds won't have an MP trainer. If you have Nikki, makes purple subs do 50% more damage. She's a great one. And Zombie Balor health steal moves add 10% more to that. Zombie Brian would be better. Don't have him. So let's get in there and take a look at this. Actually going to go against a stronger opponent who's strapped in Rick Rude. We're doing some pretty big sub damage though with those trainers. We're doing 20k a turn for 8 turns, so that's 160,000 in sub damage. And the health steal isn't too shabby at 40k. It's not amazing with no health steal main trainers, but it still does a decent chunk. So we're ready to go right away. In this case, I'm gonna load the monkey flip for after I use the sub and the health steal, because he's not in danger of using a move. So that way, really with the shuffle, the idea is to shuffle into a purple match or another blue match, or if you don't have a match lined up, use the shuffle, so hopefully you have a match. It keeps it more consistent with your matches. Because and then these turn into color gems, so you don't want to place any on blue or purple. But like putting them potentially in spots where they can turn into a blue or a purple and make a 3 match. That can be somewhat dangerous because he'll probably match the red and break that one anyway. So you do want to be slightly careful with that. And like I said, Eddie has a ton of different trainers you could use. We'll get into them. Like you can use Austin 316, you could use Roman, Trickster Roman, Zombie Rock, just a lot of different ways to run him. So this board is loaded with blue, and I don't have a purple match. Purple's what we're looking to recycle, so we can go back to the sub since that's the big damage and controls the board. So really gonna shuffle. With this many blues, we're almost for sure gonna get a blue match. That's perfect, and now we have a purple match. So that's what I mean. Then why I went for that, and what you're doing that for is to help you recycle. And then next turn, those are all ready, so we can do it all over again. And then after that, the shuffle's ready again. It just gives you more outs, more chances to control the board. So very little chance of losing, even against a much stronger opponent. And I'll show you what Rude is strapped for. We're not strapped at all. I do have tour perks active. And I'll show you that real quickly here. Sure, that one. While the sub's going on. So I have tour perks, starting with 2 more MP. And Rude here is very strapped up, 50% gem reduction and all that good stuff. But again, most of our damage is sub and move based, so it's not that big of a deal. So no purple match, so we'll shuffle and hopefully either hit a purple or be where we can get a 3 match on that. Again, got the blue. We could shuffle again, but I do have the purple match, so I don't want to do that. And you can see, you know, at 160k per turn on the sub, it just drains him. Our life, we're pretty much full life. I could hold this since he's nowhere near charging, but there's really no point since all of our damage is on the sub in this case. I'm gonna continue to use it. Again, trying to put color turn gems where potentially they could turn into a match later. That's not the greatest chance of success, but anytime it works, it's, you know, you look brilliant. But you don't know what he's going to match for sure and how that's all going to work out. And then you get a board shuffle like that, and it kind of all goes out the door anyway. So we almost have Rude put away here. One more purple match will do it. There is a row break here. However, that doesn't get us anywhere closer to this, so I'm going to board shuffle again. Again, looking for that purple match. Got a row break anyway. No purples. But did enough damage to win it. So, really easy win. Rude didn't get anywhere near pulling a move off. It's not fast, so, you know, this isn't going to be realistically great for feud or that kind of thing. But amazing for tours. Pretty great farmer when he might be the only good farmer you have access to. Great blitzer, very, very good blitzer, and super control based. So Eddie's actually a lot of fun to use. Plus, you know, using Latino Heat Eddie can't go wrong. So next one, all the rest of them are going to be the 5-star movesets. Again, this one was 3-star, 4-star, and you'll see the trainers I use. You could easily swap them in for the other builds we're going to run here. So we're going to put his 5-star move in for the board shuffle. And that is the only thing that's going to change move-wise. And that's a 2 MP Tilt-A-Whirl Backbreaker. It's going to deal 12k damage and choose 2 columns to swap with each other. Trainers for this one, going to take Woods out and put Shield Roman in. So I could use Zombie Rock, who I have. I'd Hellsteel for more with him. But we'll use Shield Roman for this one. So that bumps the Hellsteel up to 57k. So we're getting a bigger Hellsteel chunk. And that was a 2 health pack win last time. Okay. So this move is really interesting because it's so low charge. Basically, what I'm doing is using it to set up a purple match or to make a purple match with the swapping. So right now we don't have a purple match anywhere, but if I take this column here and shuffle it with this column here, it gives us a purple match. So really, this move, I'm mainly using to keep him super consistent, to always kind of have the match you need there. So again, we're gonna steal a big chunk of health here, 58k almost. Then we're gonna hit the sub to drain his MP, and next turn, that column is ready again. So hopefully we can set up a purple match or even make one. It's a pretty cool move. It just makes it so you have a ton of outs, a ton of different possibilities, and makes him very, very consistent. Eddie is really the definition of a of a control character to me. He controls the whole board and doesn't really give you much chance. Okay, so have a purple match right there. So we could do potentially some stuff with the move, but I'm gonna hold it and take the purple match. Because again, next turn we're ready. And that's really the whole goal here, is to keep that purple going. So this, though, is really cool. Hit that Hellsteel move for a big chunk of damage, and then swap these two columns. Boom. Get a bunch more purples. That won't be ready for me right away next turn, so I could have maybe held it back and done the sub and used it next turn. And that maybe would have been the smarter play, but I'm trying to get more damage out quicker, and very unlikely to lose control of the board. It could still happen, but it's unlikely. And, you know, have the purple match here anyway, so I guess that worked out. Again, just taking huge chunks off. We'll hold that move in reserve for next turn again. Oh, let's do some of this nonsense here. Why not? That's what I really like about this move. It basically is assuring you're going to get your matches the vast majority of the time. And it makes Eddie really quite dangerous. Would be super annoying to play against. It's just not really fast, so it doesn't work well for feud is the only downside. But low charge move, you know, if you don't have one of those great showdown links or teams, if you don't have, like, you know, Fashion Police, Mr. T. Hogan, you don't have Sacco or DIY, you know, maybe a lower showdown, this kind of thing, you know, Eddie could be useful for you. So I don't have a purple match, but we can make one. Right here. I mean, that's pretty dang cool. this will do it. And I think it might end up being a full HP win, no HP lost. It's going to be very close. Yep. Another easy win for Eddie. So the next one we're going to look at, and again, all of these trainer sets could be used on the 3-star build as well. Going to look at double sub damage is what I kind of like to call this one. This one, moves again stay the same. That was a 3 health pack win. And we're going to swap out Roman for Austin 316. And that's going to buff the sub more. Oops, wrong one. There we go. 26k for 8 turns. So it's a 200k sub now. That's only 6 MP charge. House Steel goes down to only 39k from that 53k, but we pick up a lot more damage on the sub. So no yellow match here. Or sorry, yellow. No purple match here. Can't really make one either. So not an optimal board at all. I do have a blue. And I'm just doing this for damage. So I'm just going to swap these two. And be ready to do it again next turn. So this is a really not good board. Pretty rare that you wouldn't have something to shuffle to at least make a match. And again, nothing exciting, so gonna try and make something happen. Just making matches, hoping to get a cascade. Don't. So gonna take some damage this time. But once we get control of the board, we shouldn't lose it at all. And Rick Rude can do some things once he starts going, so... as we're about to find out. Hitting all the moves. That's a beefy destroy. All right. Got out of that mess. And now we get the purple match when we don't need it. That's okay though. This will show you about as bad of a starting board as you're going to do with this. So it'll give you a good idea of what it looks like when everything goes completely wrong. So I'm okay with that. Huge sub here. It's going to get us back control of the board. He's a jerk, so he's gonna take our purple and gets a big cascade. Okay. Gonna make this blue match here. And we're gonna set up a purple match here. Boom. Now we're rolling. Oh, jeez, calm down, Rick Rude. It's funny. It often seems like when the AI starts rolling, like when things are going their way, it really starts going their way. Like he's hitting cascades and stuff like crazy almost every single turn. It's sort of like skip turn straps. If you have one, if you've noticed, like they won't proc and they won't proc, and then once they start going, they seem to go multiple times in a row. Oh, got a yellow match or a purple match anyway. Don't know why I keep saying yellow. And oh, let's do any cool. So I'm still not great with this. We can shuffle this, reload the blues, get some damage. Sub's ready to go next turn. Acro dodge for the win. And let's take some more. Actually, the sub will win it. No reason not to finish the match. So that's literally about as bad of a board with as big a cascades as you're going to see. And he's a much higher strapped opponent. You know, I'm taking way more damage than I normally would. So that's about as bad as you can see. It's not really as close as it looks. Even though he did take a decent chunk of our life, it really wasn't that close. He just hit big cascades and stuff, so. Alright, next moveset, and the last one. This one I find kind of fun. Not everyone has zombie rock, so it might not be realistic for you, but I kind of rather enjoy this moveset. That last one cost us a lot of health packs at 38, but that's super uncommon. Same moves again, and this time we're going double healing. So, Zombie Rock and Trickster Roman coming in with the massive health stealing at 84k. I think if I had Zombie Brian, that would probably push like close to 100k on a 6 MP health steal. So that would be pretty cool. A lot of big heals, a lot of good damage. Again, the sub is there to control the board, and you got the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker to get you out of bad board jams, shuffling into purples. So have a purple match, so no need to do the shuffle thing, so we can hold it. I'm gonna get the extra damage right here, since it'll refill the move. Might cause it. Nope, no cascade. Perfect. Here we get to see that big health steal. Just takes off big chunks of damage. Those are great places for color turns if they stay, which they might not. You can hit the blue or the purple here, and then the purple there. Blue there. It doesn't always work out, but when it does, it's kind of nice. Sub only lasts 5 turns, so that part is going to go a little bit faster. Maybe keep those gems more on the board in spots you want. So placing him can make a bigger difference, potentially. He's going to probably, yeah, jerk, stealing our purples. Ooh. That's okay. And this is why this move is so much fun. He's going to get his purple move off because he hit big cascades. Apparently it's Rick Rude Day for that. And we'll just do... I want to leave those blues on the board for me. As only the AI can. Big cascades. That's okay. Get to show off that health steal now. Steal a big chunk of that back. And Rude continues to hit everything he needs every time. So he's going to get another choose move. Most likely. But we're able to shuffle into that purple match. Which is more what I want to show with this move set, is how consistent it is. Unfortunately, the bad part about doing that is it gave him a lot more board to work with, so this is gonna hurt. This is definitely gonna hurt. Gotta get the sub, drain his moves. It's okay, he'll probably hit whatever color he needs like he has every other time. And the kittens attack, as usual, when I'm filming. So we can shuffle. Then this, again, back to why I really like this move. We didn't have a purple match, but we made one. It's pretty awesome, really. I can't even right now, though, with the board for the AI. Okay. Definitely having to work for it this time, though, that's for sure. And this should do it. So Acro Eddie, not fast, can definitely win a good chunk above his weight. Super good on tours, really good blitzer, um, potentially decent farmer to really good farmer depending who you have. Acrobat is one of those classes. It's hard to have a really good one. We all have Ray now, so I would level Ray up first. But after Ray, Eddie is a really solid option, and maybe depending on what you need on your roster, he might be a good option anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed this preview, or not really preview, gameplay video of Eddie at 5-star. Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. And as always, I love hearing you guys' feedback and appreciate you watching and all of that stuff. So thanks a lot, guys. Good luck out there.